94. Snowing, sleeting. We're up at Mount St. Helens. And you can just see St. Helens in the background. You hear the sleet hitting. You can see the devastation of the trees where they were all blown over in this area. But we're on the northeast side. And heck of a devastation. It's actually a whiteout now because there's so much snow down here. "43 miles in from Highway 5. That's the center right out here. That's St. Helens. Again, the mountains around it are just, the lumber is just blowing right away from them. Here's the lake.
Archery season. Go chase them with a bow.
Goes all year round, huh?
God, that's crazy.
Isn't that funny how those trees got knocked down here on that blast?
No, wasn't funny at all.
Were you out here?
Yes.
How far did they feel it? I mean, the shock.
Well, I guess they felt it worse up in Canada.
Oh, yes. Oh, the shock itself.
It flew off this side, see, and went north.
Yeah.
You been up to the visitor center?
Okay, we're down about 3,800 feet elevation now. Weather's a little better, still overcast. And in the background there's still some sleet and snow. Haven't seen any elk yet. And St. Helens is right over the hill there. This is the outside edge of the blast zone. So we're looking over there in the background in the lower areas. These trees are still devastating. This is just the outer reaches. This huge ridge. This is a picture from the Hofstad Bluff area. And again, we're heading toward Highway 5 out of the St. Helens area. And Mount St. Helens is right up at the end of the valley. This is the morning of what, the 18th? No?
20th.
20th. And there's an old small aircraft carrier. It's being converted to a garbage scow, I guess. Vancouver Island. Those islands way in the background. We're at Port Angeles. And we're taking the ferry over to Vancouver Island. And there's the ferry. The sun is just coming up, almost 8 o'clock. We're now on the ferry, and we're still in port. There's the aircraft carrier being converted. You see the lumber stored over on the shore, and then of course this is again in Port Angeles. See the mountains, Olympia Park in the background. Tomorrow, if the weather is this great, We're going right up there on Hurricane Ridge. That was closed yesterday because of high winds and snow. Brutal weather. It's just beautiful today. Now we're looking, the sun is just coming up, so you can see how white it is. And of course that's Port Angeles. And our motel. It's the Uptown Motel right on the hill. Vancouver Island. Victoria. We're about half an hour.
I'll start leaving that on here.
And now we're coming right into Victoria. Down and getting off here shortly. Beautiful little harbor. This is in the Market Square, Victoria. Guess what Lois is doing? And it's right near the Chinese Quarter. The Empress Hotel. It's right at the end of the dock, the wharf there. There's the visitor center. And another pan of the harbor. And maybe taking ferry back about a half hour. And it's a seal down
That's
there.
fresh.
Well, it goes out in the full length over there and it goes in a bit, and it's about 10 feet. They don't really like it as much. They tend to just swim around on it straight up. I think because these guys are younger than the playful, the older ones. They're size 8.
Only about 4:30. The sun sets. Vancouver Island. Mountains in the background. Again. See a Olympic Peninsula. Pretty darn dark yet. 4:30. Port Angeles. It's the 21st of November, and we're on the way up to Hurricane Ridge. And this is about 5 miles up out of 17. And we're looking down on Port Angeles. That's the Straits of Juan de Fuca down there. And it is a beautiful morning. Now we're at a little higher elevation. Just a gorgeous view. And of course down below is, behind that hill is Port Angeles. And further on is the town of Squim. That's where we ate last night. The Three Crabs. And Victoria is out, just see way in the background, British Columbia. And that's looking over toward Hurricane Ridge. And we're looking almost east. The sun's pretty direct. And you can see how steep this canyon is. Now we're looking back toward the Straits. Did you get him, man? That's close enough, Toots. Now we're up on top, we're on Hurricane Ridge. It's a little over 5,200 feet. And we're right, seems like we're on the top of the world. You can see the road was closed last couple of days. It just opened this morning, and we're one of the first ones up here. And we're looking into, right into the center of the park. And of course the Pacific Ocean would be to the right over where I started. And we're getting more toward the east, so you can see it's getting hazy, larger sun field. And I'll whip through the sun, and now we're looking a little more toward the north. And of course, over those ridges then is, and down is Port Angeles. It's Mount Olympus, the highest point in the whole park. Very heavy snow. And the ranger said there's like 20 glacier fields within the park. You can see one right up that draw, obviously. Mount Olympus again, which is just about 8,000 feet elevation. Just a gorgeous country. And here she comes back from the picture taking. This is Crescent Lake. It's on the north end of the Olympia Park. Big lake. Very pretty. Okay. We're heading into the rainforest in the Merrimack Falls, and here's the bridge crossed, kind of icy. This is the bridge over the stream, and then you can see what the lovely bridge. And that's the one we had just crossed. Here we are at the end of the trail. And you can see the falls. I don't know where he's in there. Heading up to another area in the park. Just beautiful. Salmon Cascade, what it's called. We have cool salmon that spawn in the area. Boulder Hawk area. We're heading toward the falls, the large falls. Old Duck Falls. This is back into the rainforest. And there's a lot of ice on here. The other side of the bridge. Well, here we are. We're at the top of the falls. And we're going across the bridge. And over here, Wolf is taking some shots. The height of the trees. It's the 22nd of November. We're heading into the whole rainforest, which is on the western side of the peninsula. And it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Crisp morning. Very nice.
Stan,
Oh, it's on. It's recording.
this is a big spruce tree in the rainforest. We're out hiking. It's now 8 a.m. and you can tell how big this spruce tree is. 550 years old and 230 feet high. That's it. You can come back, Lon.
Yeah, go on up.
Oh, I can't see that high.
You gotta turn it on. There's some Roosevelt elk along the road into the rainforest. Quite a few of them.
When you get through, I'll go.
Well, you can go. I'm taking it off here. Hi, guy. Again, there's Roosevelt elk right along the road. All over. Big herd.
Okay, stop the car.
Ooh, there's one at the rack. Look at him right there. Get the one in the rack. Want me to stop it?
A little bit further, about 2 feet.
Okay. And now we're taking our hike in the rainforest. See the moss. Western hemlock, Sitka spruce. A lot of moss. This is the Hoh River. It's it is from a glacial melt. Water down here is pretty clear. And we'll be hiking down this for a little ways yet. Just gives you some idea of the moss on the trees. Looks like you're in a Halloween fairyland. Sitka spruce and western hemlock, and they're all lined up on what they call the nurse log, and they're straddling it, and that's how they all started their growth. And here's a spring-fed stream in the middle of the forest. Some more moss, pretty thick. And right there. Here we are on the Washington coast now, and that's still the Olympic Park up there. And then the big island out there is Destruction Island. And we're heading on down. Get something to eat. This is at the end of Queets Trail. We're at the Queets campground. There's over a 12-mile gravel road into here. Well, there were a few fishermen in the area. It's November 23rd. It's about 11 in the morning. And here we are at the Columbia River, and that's the bridge from Washington to Astoria, Oregon. And we're at the close to the mouth of the Columbia River. And now I'm just panning upstream. And of course Portland is down a long way down that way. And then we're back on the Washington side of it there. This is on top of the ridge up in Astoria, Oregon. And I'm looking south. Sun's out, but it's still hazy. And that's going down the South Shore over there.
And I have a beautiful spot for you.
Okay.
Over here.
And that's where 101 will be going across that bridge.
We'll bring it over here.
But I want you in the picture.
Right here.
Astoria again.
Yeah, but I want you guys.
And that's the bridge we came across.
And then
Across the Columbia.
Slide on my ass or what? This will not work.
And that's Washington
This
over there.
shooting
Other side.
above.
Tell you what, I'm going to take a picture of you and Larry.
No, we all are
please.
gonna be. No.
I will keep one of you and Larry. You're both in there.
And we just, as I mentioned before, had come across from Washington, across that bridge.
Hi, Dad. Come here. Just gotta take a picture of this.
And there's some of the ocean traffic down there coming in. This is Cannon Beach, Oregon. And we're on Highway 101 heading south. And the surf is up. And now we're just scanning down south. Some idea of the Oregon coastline. Just a super coastline. Now we're down at Newport Beach, Oregon, and this is where we have our motel. And it's really only 4:30. It's just pretty dark out. Sunset. It's Thanksgiving Day and heavily overcast again on the coast, and we're at Seal Rock, Oregon. And again, the surf is up, beautiful surf, and it is only 8 in the morning, so that's why it's a little dark out there. And like I said, it's in, this is Seal Rock. This is the Cedar Head viewpoint. And the lighthouse down there is 101 years old. Constructed in 1893. This is the Oregon dunes. And of course they keep, the pattern keeps changing whenever the winds and tides move them. Yeah, we're just about 35 miles north of Coos Bay. And we're heading to look for some driftwood. This is Gold Beach, Oregon, and it's the Rogue River here. And that's where the road empties out into the ocean. And of course the road comes out close to Medford, further on upstream. This is outside of Gold Beach. We're only about 30 miles from the California border. The wind is a-blowing. Fairly cool. It's about 35. Typical Oregon coastline. Well, right through the background is the highest bridge in Oregon. But that's about as close as I can get here without going down to the bottom. Brookings, Oregon. That's about 5 miles from the California line. And this is where we're staying for the evening. This is the California, well that's Oregon we're looking at, and I'm standing in California, so we're right on the border. Heading to Crescent City and the Redwoods. And this will be about our last shot of the ocean. It's about 8:30. Good morning. We just left the coastal highway and we're on 199 heading up to Grants Pass, Oregon. Very close to we're still in California, but very close to the Oregon border. Well, it's Saturday, November 26th, and we're right by the Medford Airport. We're just heading up to Portland. Old Lenny's house is up that way. And it's really overcast today. And this isn't the best shot. It's so heavily overcast and not a good area to get pictures. This is the Red Rooster, I guess. We're going up the Columbia River Gorge. We just left Portland. Yeah, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Finally quit raining. What's the date today? That's Oklahoma Falls. That's the largest one in Oregon. Now we're a little closer, about right under the falls. Smaller falls coming down. River. And the visiting center. Ooh, and the rain's coming out of the valley now. Lower. Trying to stay dry. Yeah, and that's the bridge we had hiked up to.
We're staying at the Hood River Inn, a historic inn. And Lon is reading the paper. It is Sunday night. Nothing else to do. Very boring. Oh, but let's see. We have a hooded bed. Wow. Well, that's it for tonight. Night. Time to go to bed, Lon. Oh, I forgot to show you our bathroom. Let's see, do we have one tonight? Yeah, I think so. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, how exciting. Wow. Okay, that's it.
It's the 28th of November. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We just had left the river, which is down the highway, and down the river. And Bingen, Washington is across the way. And the Dells are, about 15 miles from where we're at, upriver. We're on Old Highway 30. And this is the scenic road. We're taking about 10 miles of this stretch. Parallels 84 up the river. Some waterfalls over there. And the country's getting a little bit drier. We couldn't go up to Mount Hood. Road's closed. Too much snow. We've had so much snow up in the mountains that you can't get up into the passes. And Portland is down that way. This is the Rowena Overlook, and again we're looking up the Columbia. That's Interstate 84 down there. It's a nice view. The Dells. Right along the river there. Beautiful shot. Of course, that's Washington on the other side of the river. And we're still on Old Highway 13. Or 30, I'm sorry. And we'll be coming up right down below. And it does wind down here. And that's where we'll be coming. Right below us here.
And this camera is used.
We're at the Bonneville Dam. This is the fish ladder. A little late for the spawn, but we did see a couple steelhead in there. The ladder all the way up to the top, and we're actually on an island out here. You can see there's a lock way over there in the background. And again the fish ladder. Stand over in the state of Washington. Rest of the dam. Oregon. Of course, Mount Hood is in that direction. Snow mountains up there. High elevations. This is the fish hatchery at Bonneville. Sturgeon, salmon, trout. Horsetail Falls. And again, we're on the scenic highway 30. Taking about a 15-mile tour on that highway. And here's a picture of the falls. A lot of water coming on this one. This is the Mata Gorge. Really pretty. This is the old flavor Highway 30 bridge. Falls. Another beautiful waterfall along the Columbia River. Shepherd's Dell Falls. This is from Crown Point Vista. And I'm looking up the river. And it's a little bit hazy. It's Interstate 84 below. And we still had come up Highway 30, which was in the mountains to the right. Now we're looking downriver, and Portland is down in